Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, greetings to whoever is watching this video. My name is Eleanor Phoenix and I create beauty content and socio-political commentary videos over here on YouTube. Before I want to go any further, I want to say I'm very sorry. I can tell that my voice is slowly leaving me. I'm at that awkward phase right before you get ill. And like you're not quite there yet, but your voice is just like holding on for dear life. So unfortunately that's out of my control, but I still wanted to give you guys a video today, so here I am. I have recently seen a new trend arising out of Western pop culture, and that is the rise of the ugly artist. Essentially, this is the rise of artists breaking out of the box of conventional beauty and finding their own styles. A lot of the time when artists do conventionally ugly things like shave their head or change their style that fits less into modern beauty standards and especially the male gaze, they are ridiculed and their mental health is called into question. Many fans will also claim that they miss the old artist. We saw this with Britney Spears when she shaved her head in 2007. We saw this with Miley Cyrus when she released her Bangers album in 2013. And we're now seeing it with a wide range of artists from Melanie Martinez to Doja Cat to Sam Smith. Origins of this movement. Where did this movement come from? My theory is that it has arisen due to socio-political movements of feminism, body positivity, and body neutrality, as well as out of response to pop culture icons' extreme actions in the past in an attempt to achieve perfection. It is very common for K-pop and other East Asian idols to go to extremes in order to attain and maintain the ideal body proportions, weight, skin tones, and facial structures to fit into East Asian beauty ideals. A lot of these standards do not necessarily align with Western standards of beauty, but it was also extremely common for Western models, singers, and other celebrities to go to extreme measures to be perfect in the not so distant past. And I'd say it is still very much an issue in the West, despite the spotlight often pointing towards East Asian idols. One example of this is in the recent exposure of several Western celebrities using medicine made to treat diabetes to lose weight. Importance of the ugly artist movement. Why does this rise of ugly artists matter? I recently read the book Women Don't Owe You Pretty by Florence Given, and although I did find the book was a little bit too focused on perceived instances of social injustice, such as the idea that not finding fat people attractive is fatphobic, which I think is silly, I do think it highlighted a very important social issue, which is the fact that society expects people, especially women, to be attractive. Often our society deems things that are not conventionally beautiful as less worthy or valuable than things that do. With what looks like the beginning of the end of the body positivity movement and the rise of the body neutrality movement, I think that we might have finally started on the journey to break down this attitude. Rather than telling people that no matter how many imperfections, flaws, and ugly aspects that they have, I appreciate the body neutrality's idea that it doesn't matter whether or not you are beautiful. That if you have legs that walk, then you should be grateful. That if you have 20/20 vision, or if you have eyes that can see, then you are winning at life. One criticism that I do have is that it kind of does leave out disabled individuals. Nevertheless, I like the fact that we are taking the focus away from what people look like. And this has given artists more room to explore themselves and their own tastes without the worry that their popularity will fall if they do not fit into other people's perceptions of beauty. This also means that people who idolize and look up to these artists will feel more comfortable doing the same thing. Harmful effects of beauty obsession. Ultimately, the focus on reaching unattainable beauty ideals and overvaluing looks has harmed society in many ways. This includes a rise in eating disorders, body dysmorphia, and depression in young people, and the idealization of people simply because they are beautiful. This means that there are a lot of influencers and celebrities today that have become successful majorly due to their looks. And one very obvious example that I can think of is the Kardashian-Jenner clan. These people have gained popularity regardless of whether or not they have values or traits that should be looked up to. And a lot of the time, if they do have model traits, they are not known for that. Traits that people should be looking up to, like bravery, intelligence, integrity, compassion, kindness, creativity, and humility. But instead, our society tends to focus solely on whether or not someone is good looking. Because of this, so many young people, particularly young women, dream of becoming social media influencers and reality TV stars rather than having dreams to become engineers, scientists, artists, doctors, politicians, or lawyers. Young people strive to be famous for their beauty rather than being good people or beneficial members to society. This is especially harmful to young women because they start to realize that they can make money off of their looks and give up on pursuing careers that would be better long term, such as working in STEM. Beauty is fleeting, education is not. Beauty-driven career choices. I saw an interview not too long ago between Piers Morgan and a gorgeous young woman by the name of Elle Brooke, who decided to drop out of law school to become an OnlyFans model. Now, I have a video coming up soon where I will explain my personal views of going into sex work, so I won't dive into it now. But what this girl has not realized is that she is at the top of her earning potential now, and it will only ever go down. Age can be a hard mistress, and there's always someone younger and prettier and more adventurous right behind you. If she'd carried on with law, her earning potential would have only increased. Unfortunately, now that she's gone down that route, she is probably never going to be able to get back into law because most reputable institutions will not overlook her past. Hope for future societal shifts. So, as I've explained thus far, our obsession over aesthetics and beauty has really not put society in a very good spot. Thankfully, with more artists finding their own unconventional styles and exploring aesthetics that society does not deem beautiful, I have a feeling that we are on our way to becoming less obsessed over exteriors. After all, being beautiful is not an achievement. It does nothing to help others or to better society as a whole. I want to thank you all very much for watching this video. If you would like to see more of me, then subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you do not end up missing any of my videos. Give this video a like, comment your thoughts down below, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Peace, love, and respect.